now.
Well, well, what have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith, delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I don't know. Do we?
You are being coy.
I'm being careful.
Not unwise, here of all places. Allow me to speak first, then. Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet, if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Celine alone? Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough, for the moment. It would be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine? Are you her bodyguard?
Do I seem a bodyguard to you? If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor, even if they knew otherwise. There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
Why did you kill the agent? He might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first. Why? Undoubtedly, I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret only that I could not capture him alive. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
There's the Dowager. Don't make eye contact.
She wouldn't want to speak with a nobody like you anyway. How?
Why would the Empress invite that elf woman?
The gate, of course. Celine has something special. Inquisitor?
Doesn't look like negotiations are going well.
My friend, come in. If you're as delighted by the court as I am, there's a decanter of port around here.
I'd like to know.
all of Orlais knows my story. The heart of it is simple. But my cousin, they gave the crown to her. And while it looks fetching on her, I intend to take it back.
Just what are you claiming?
If Celine loses her head, I want my empire. I do not wish harm on my cousin, but I would not weep.
I have a question about the peace talks. What are you hoping to...
I intend to take back. Celine stole the crown through politicking. The Empire has been mired in intrigue for too long. We need a clear course of action.
What action?
The Empire is declining. We cannot... I will see Orlais return to glory as the strongest nation in Thedas.
You intend...
I like to solve problems in the simplest manner, my friend. And...
Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We will be happy to assist you if we can.
Their Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
Perhaps you could tell me something then.
How rude of us.
Milady Inquisitor, may I present Lady...
And Lady Co...
And of course, Lady Fleur. We are the Empress's ladies-in-waiting.
How much...
She is respected.
She doesn't care much for liver, and she drinks her tea black.
I'd like to know more about the negotiations. It's...
Oh! Do your people have no customs surrounding great...
By Orlesian tradition, moments of great solemnity.
While joyous occasions...
We must never forget.
The ball is an opportunity to celebrate life and hope for the future, while we mourn those killed in...
What can you...
Gaspard is a decorated general, much beloved by the...
He is better suited to the battlefield than the throne, and he would gladly make his palace a...
He's also fiendishly charmed.
Lady Briella has great intentions to change the lives of...
Even if her plans could never work and would only provoke hate crimes.
She is an idealist, but her lack of patience could prove disastrous. Peace is her only objective.
Gaspard and Briella are driven by personal ambitions, but those desires threaten the...
The war must end tonight. We must conclude this to deal with the larger crisis.
If the evening ends favorably for the Empress...
Her Imperial Majesty brings the might of the Orlesian Empire.
She is also a respected diplomat and world leader. She can forge alliances for you with...
And she throws the best parties.
My investigations turned up something interesting. Good.
Until next...
Do take...
Enjoy the...
Lady Nightingale.
Do you enjoy music, Commander?
Everyone enjoys music.
Look at Lady Cambian's slippers, trimmed with pearls and emeralds. And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose, and you're...
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, golden jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambian's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambian acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
You're different here than in Skyhold.
This is Halam Shiral, Inquisitor. Of
course, everyone is wearing a mask. I learned this very young. I was still a girl when all this, the smiles, the small... For some of us, it has become so familiar that the steps may be performed in our sleep.
I found that.
Very interesting. It may a little more dirt like this, and if you find more, let me know.
Have you seen?
Oh yes. Halam Shiral is... But no sign of our Tevinter infiltrator, I'm afraid.
I should.
Hello.
Maximilian swept me off my feet. It was such a scandal. Another time, perhaps?
I don't think the talks are going well.
The Empress will get us through this.
I'm so glad Maman did not want to attend. She always ruins everything.
Not as much as you do.
Doesn't look like negotiations are going well.
Inquisitor?
Did you say Gaspard dolls?
Inquisitor Adar. The stories claimed you were barely capable of speech. You haven't dazzled the court this evening, but at least you've avoided embarrassing yourself. Well done. What brings you to me?
I want to know more about the peace talks. What can you tell me about
Gaspard is a warmonger. He served in the war against Ferelden and fought a dozen skirmishes on the Navarran border. He's a simple man. Simple men aren't hard to manipulate. Celine is the voice of reason in the Empire, but reason is cautious. Reason looks for compromise. Reason doesn't choose radical, however sorely it may be needed.
I had a question.
I'm an elf, Inquisitor. That should... I'm good at what I do. And so that matters. I will help my people no matter the cost.
What's your story? How is an elf invited to...
Empress Celine and I have... There was a time when I put my spies at her disposal. We had a falling out. Now we are negotiating to determine whether I return to her side in the war.
I'm surprised you'd admit that.
I know it's incriminating. Few harbor more resentment against Celine than I. But if she died after inviting me here, the court would sell an elf assassinating the Empress? Alienages across Orlais, across all Thedas, would be purged.
I've been told you were...
I didn't take you for a god. I suppose your spies have already briefed you, so there's no point in pretending. Yeah, but we've gone our separate ways now.
You might be interested in what I've found. It's about Gaspard. He's been threatening the nobles on the...
Typical. Gaspard's always been a bully, regardless of the Chevalier Code.
You might be interested in what I've found. It's about you, actually. You murdered negotiators and...
In Orlesian politics, Inquisitor. If that shocked you, wait until Celine shows her hand.
I found that...
Of course they are. I'd be a poor spy master if I didn't have spies, Inquisitor.
We'll speak...
Another time.
Doesn't look like negotiations are going
such
well.
beautiful hair, Commander. Thank you.
My dear Maximilian, it took 4 chevaliers to hunt down the villain and kill him.
Don't worry so much, my dear. I'll be ready when the time comes to strike.
Are we ready to move out?
Stay alert.
I'll...
Keep an eye on the Duke. He's preparing for something major.
Understood.
Gaspar is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Rebels.
He should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
Was that really the Herald of Andraste? I thought you were building. Has anyone seen
Did you
this?
hear what Gaspar
I am
Have
not
the
going
in the
to
bath
journey
for almost an hour.
his own uncle?
Jamais.
I told you this is closed. Use the main doors.
If it's the will of the Maker that Gaspar take the throne,
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous. Did you say Gaspard dogs?
He and Celine aren't getting anywhere. It's obvious.
Gaspar is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Rebels.
This could be worth checking out.
Someone will be held accountable for this.
Must be the elves Briala's people are looking for. Might be something here. Better take a closer look. This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This man was a council of Herald's emissary. Curious to find him here.
The crest of the Chalon family. Duke Gaspard will answer for this.
Time to have a word with the Duke.
No! No!
Venatori agents! That must be the Venatori.
An elven locket, stored away in a palace safe. Unwise, Celine.
I'll admit, I didn't think the Empress was this sentimental.
Fancy meeting you here. Shouldn't you be dancing, Inquisitor? What will the nobility say?
No doubt there's a line of people breathlessly waiting for dances with me.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was. You clean this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Herald's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
Are you sure he's behind this? He was too easygoing for a man plotting treason.
Don't let his charm blind you. He's Orlesian. That smile is his mask. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
You know how to make a sales pitch, Ambassador. I'll give you that.
I do, don't I? I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
More politics and double-dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
It's the game, my dear. Everyone plays it here.
We'll hold the area.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Is it true what they say? You're the Inquisitor, are you not? We heard stories of your accomplishments.
I'd wager I have better tales than...
I told you.
Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell. It's an inspiration.
If you'd like, Commander Cullen could give you all the details of that battle. He's in the ballroom.
Really?
You'd only be gone...
Philippe, the world is coming to an end. If we don't hear...
You're right. Thank you, Inquisitor. Let's go.
How does things look out there? Are the negotiations over yet?
Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
You should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
Where is that lazy elf? I sent him down to the cellar for more wine hours ago.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council. Did you see that panicked Pesci roaming about?
You're seeing...
Interesting. Well, that's useful.
The gracious Chamberlain has disappeared as usual.
investments seem to be paying off. War encourages arms to borrow. Emissaries to Kal Shurak have yet to return. I doubt we'll find them alive.
So Valen decided to reach out to them after all.
Not directly. The emissaries came from the Merchant Guild. The expedition was financed by the King.
Inquisitor Adar. We met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Why am I not at all surprised that you want to see me now?
This is Orlais, Inquisitor. Nothing happens by accident. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted. The Tal Vashoth are hardly known for political maneuvering. Just what interest do you have in our little war?
I assure you, the effects of this war reach far beyond the borders of the Orlesian Empire.
Perhaps it does. I should not be surprised to find the Empire is the center of everyone's world.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Do we both want that, Lady Floriane?
I hope we are of one mind on this.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from foe. Is it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
An excellent question. I might ask the same of you, Your Grace.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
I'd happily do more dancing. Just not with Corypheus.
I promise not to invite him to your next ball.
Were you dancing with Duchess Florian?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
Morgan helped me get into the servants' quarters, where I found a group of Venatori and Gaspard's dagger.
The man would truly do anything to become Emperor.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat.
Then perhaps we should let her die.
You have an idea, Liliana?
What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Liliana?
Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
You're asking me to decide what's best for Orlais.
More than that, whoever controls the Imperial throne will affect all of Thedas.
You cannot stop Corypheus without a decision. You must support someone, or all is lost.
Then we should support Celine. She is the rightful ruler. Why would we say otherwise?
Because she led Orlais to this point. I say Gaspard, provided his sister is wrong about him.
I would suggest Briala. She could bring true peace, not only to the Empire, but also to its elves.
This is, however, your decision, Inquisitor, not ours.
I can't decide this. Not yet.
You must. Even...
You could speak to Celine in the ballroom, but she won't act.
If Gaspard is guilty, he'll admit nothing. If he's innocent...
What did Duchess Florian...
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the royal wing.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search...
Then get me access. And in the meantime, get your...
At once.
Don't worry so much, my dear.
My
I'll be
fifth
ready
husband
when the
fell
time
to
comes
his
to...
death from the bell tower of the Grand Cathedral. He's dead. Lady Inquisitor.
Would you care to dance, Lady Mantilla?
You, Inquisitor, are a delight. One does not... But you have other dances to perform first. Perhaps you will save me a dance for later?
I'd like your opinion of this gathering, my lady.
It's doomed to fail. At least it should be amusing. We haven't had such a menagerie at court in living memory.
Have you noticed anything?
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance, my dear. A shame. They are so pleasant.
Good evening.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again. You look radiant.
Marquis, what is Lady Pentecost wearing?
My dear, no complaints. You must not be excited to see the girls.
We meet again. Given any thought to what I said?
I found an elven locket hidden among Celine's things. This isn't yours, is it?
Let me see that. She kept this. What was she thinking? If Gaspard had found this, it would have ruined her.
It might have meant something to her.
Maybe it did. She held on to it.
We'll speak
another time.
Is it my imagination? Or are there more Inquisition honor guards now than there were before?
You're seeing... Where has that servant gone? Elves. Always shirking their duties.
Emissaries to Kal Shurak have yet to return. I doubt we'll find them alive.
I am not talking to you until we get home. Gaspard is wasting his time.
Are all the Blancs here?
Maker, I hope not. It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
He should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
Well, that's useful.
I cannot believe you danced 4 times with Cyril de Montfort.
I cannot believe you did not dance at all. You spent the entire evening drinking
Are we going to sneak around to look through the Empress's unmentionables now? Just how drunk are you, boss?
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody? Anybody?
Oh, thank you.
Are you all right?
I don't think I'm hurt. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Briala told you to come to this wing of the palace?
Not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
Is there anyone else who knows the code and the drop location who could have written those orders?
I don't know. Any of us could do it, but... No. No one else could send me here. It had to be...
So this room belongs to the...
It used to. This had been her private room in Halam Shiral, but this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
What were you trying to...
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
This wing is sealed.
Easy. The door was unlocked. One of the others probably handled it.
It takes great courage to come to the...
It's not courage to blind... I knew her. Now she wants to play revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
Something like that could destroy Briala.
No. Some know she has a history with the Empress. But they believe she was just a favored servant. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
What happened?
It's not what it looks like. Honestly, I would have preferred it if it were what it looks like. The Empress led me to believe I would be rewarded for betraying the Grand Duke. This was not what I hoped for.
I can imagine what you thought your reward would be.
Please, I beg you, don't tell Gaspard. The Empress beguiled me into giving her information about plans for troop movements in the palace tonight. She knows everything. Everything. The Duke's surprise attack has been countered before it ever began. She's turned it into a trap. The moment he strikes, she'll have him arrested for treason.
Clever Celine. Even I'm impressed.
I don't know which is worse. Celine for using such a tactic, or him for falling for it.
I'll protect you from Gaspard if you're willing to testify about Celine's trap.
I'll do anything. Anything.
Well, that was poor lesion.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
I fear I'm a bit busy at the moment, if you're looking for a dance partner.
Yes, I see that. Such a pity you did not save one final dance for me. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Why kill the Empress? What does
Celine's death is a stepping stone on... Corypheus will enter the Black City and claim... We will cast down your useless maker and usher in a united world, guided by the hand of an attentive god.
You're Orlesian royalty. Why would you help
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle? I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspard's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
What exactly is in...
The what? I'll deliver the entire... When he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
You're not being kind, Florian. He's got to get used to disappointment.
But not today, I think. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I... All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long... A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. Kill her. Bring me the marked hand as proof. It will make a fine gift for the Master.
Andraste's tits, what was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
Good eye. Those were definitely demons.
Make her bless me. Demons? How could there be demons in the fucking Winter Palace? I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
Duke Gaspard lured you out here?
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
You honestly believe you were captured, tied up, and thrown into a death trap because of a bill?
When you put it like that, it seems a bit odd. The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Stinking, punsy cheesemongers.
Want a new job? One that pays better? The Inquisition can always use a good mercenary company.
You hiring? I'm game. Anything's better than this bullshit. You want me to talk to the Empress, or the court, or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
any...
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
Wait here, Cullen. I'm going to have a word with the Grand Duchess.
What? There's no time. The Empress will begin her speech any moment.
We owe the court one more show, Your Grace.
Inquisitor?
The eyes of every noble in the Empire are upon us, Your Grace. Remember to smile. This is your party. You wouldn't want them to think you had lost control.
Who would not be delighted to speak with you, Inquisitor?
I seem to recall you saying all I needed was to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. When your archers failed to kill me in the garden, I feared you wouldn't save me this last dance. It's so easy to lose your good graces. You even framed your brother for the murder of a council emissary. It was an ambitious plan. Celine, Gaspard, the entire council of heralds, all your enemies under one roof.
This is very entertaining, but you do not imagine anyone believes your wild stories?
That will be a matter for a judge to decide, cousin.
Gaspard? You cannot believe this. You know I would never... Gaspard?
You lost this fight ages ago, Your Grace. You're just the last to find out. Your Imperial Majesty, I think we should speak in private, elsewhere.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent, and failing?
Enough! We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
Every one of you is implicated. You all conspired to allow this to happen.
That's a bold claim, Inquisitor. Are you prepared to defend it?
You allowed the Grand Duke to sneak soldiers in, hoping he'd make a politically foolish move.
That's duplicitous, even for you, Celine.
You took the bait. I met your mercenary captain, Your Grace. He says you are ready to attack tonight.
Clever move. If you were trying to get hanged for treason.
And Briala was playing both of you. She murdered your ambassadors and sent you each forged letters.
Even if I did, you can't touch me.
No one will defend you once it's revealed that you and Celine were lovers when she burned Halam Shiral's alienage.
You've made your point. What do you want?
You are three of the best minds in the Empire. You could do so much for Orlais and your people if you stopped fighting.
It is remarkably optimistic to believe that the three of us could ever forget our differences, Inquisitor.
I cannot believe you want to make a speech. This is foolish.
We have no choice. The nobility requires an answer for what happened.
Unless you want to pretend the war was all a dream. That would go over well. No more dithering. We make the cut swift and clean. Kindest to all of us.
Lords and ladies of the court, we are pleased to announce that an accord has been reached. Our cousin Gaspard will now hold a place of honor in our cabinet.
Friends, we assembled are the leaders of the Empire. We must set the example for all Thedas. We cannot be at war with each other, while the Fade itself challenges our borders.
We must stand united or surely we will fall alone.
We will save Thedas from calamity, but only together may we accomplish this.
We will heal our wounded country. A long road of reconstruction lies before us. But tonight, we celebrate the arrival of peace. Let the festivities commence!
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Celine knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic. Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes? Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess, I place at your disposal to make use of or ignore as you desire.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
This isn't over yet. Corypheus will strike back at us for this loss.
He surely will.
But we'll be ready for whatever comes. Is there anything I can do? Can I get you anything? A drink, perhaps?
Would you care to dance with me, Lady Josephine?
I would love to, my lady.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Make us mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lady Inquisitor, please, may I have a word with you?
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you need Leliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
Are the Grand Clerics truly unable to elect a divine?
Everyone with the political support to succeed Justinia perished alongside her. Those who remain are unable to gather the majority of votes from the conclave of Grand Clerics. They have been deadlocked for too long. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long does the Chantry need?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
These aren't just any 2 people. They're...
For the sake of Thedas, we must...
This will have to be settled later. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important... You must excuse us. Don't let them detract from your victory at Alam Shiral. The support of the Empire should make our search for the Grey Wardens. Varric is eager to help his friend Hawk.